Man, my heart rate's going on this one. I'm ready.
This looks like a good fight. I tell you, Rob Brown looks to be the bigger of the two guys in there, but as you said, George Lischke's no slouch.
No slouch at all, man. He's a great wrestler, wrestles at the D2 level.
Where's he wrestling? Wrestling in college at the Division II level, and here we go.
Right here.
Rob Brown's definitely the longer of the two guys. Rob shoots in right away.
Ooh, gets him down.
Takes George down. George uses the cage to get himself back up.
Just because he's a D2 wrestler doesn't mean he has great MMA wrestling.
Well, this isn't wrestling, my man. Rob looks to be the way bigger of the two guys.
He looks huge out there, man.
Yeah, compared to George, he looks very big. He looks long, he looks lean. George looks like he maybe potentially could even get down a weight class if he wanted to.
I agree. You know, in high school, he wrestled at 130 senior year. Ooh, wow, Rob is just looking
Rob
great.
catches the kick. You got to be careful here because George can get to the back from this position unless Rob gets his right arm out and wraps it around the waist, which I can't tell from my angle if he's done yet. And there he is, he's done it. Now George has to work from a front headlock position.
Let's see what he can do with this.
Nice knee.
Wow.
But George is tenacious.
Yeah. Don't judge a book by its cover, huh?
No, not at all, huh?
Rob looks composed out there.
Rob in the southpaw. And now Rob looks actually, to be honest with you, looks like he might be getting a little tired.
Yeah.
That was a pretty weak shot compared to the first couple shots Rob took there. He's hand fighting inside there. Now he's got to look for the Uchimata or inside leg trip. Nice uppercut by Rob.
Yeah, really snaps his head back on that one.
George definitely looks to be the fresher of the two guys.
Let's see what reckless Rob Brown can do.
He's got to set that shot up a little bit better. If I'm Rob, I'll tell you, I see George Lischke dip into the inside there, and with Rob standing in the southpaw stance, I might be looking for a head kick with that left leg if I'm Rob.
Nice knee to the body by Rob. Knee to the groin.
Right in the biscuits.
Oh, man. Now Rob's going to get some time to recover from this.
And if he was gassed, this is a huge advantage for Rob.
Definitely, definitely, man.
If I'm Rob's corner, I'm telling him to take every second he can.
Yep. Let's see how he recovers from this, man.
Yeah, he caught him right in the biscuits there. It's no good. No cup on earth is going to protect from a direct shot right on the manhood.
Definitely not, man. Robbie's taking the time to recover.
And he should.
You know, you don't want to go back out there, you know, still feeling the effects. You don't want to rush this.
No, you got to take every minute you can.
There we go. The crowd's loving it, man. Ooh. Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, here we go.
Now George coming in for the shot. Nice crossface by Rob.
These guys are going at it, man.
Oh, wow. They're really spending some energy here. Nice knees to the body by George Lischke, and a nice dirty break by Rob Brown.
You know, that shot to the groin looked like it really made Robbie mad. He's coming out guns blazing. He's looking to put him away.
He's looking for the takedown.
George is throwing his hips into him. What a great round one, man.
George really wants to use his height here to keep Rob against...
Nice knee.
Rob really wants to use his height here to keep George against the cage. But now, George is doing a great job from that front headlock position.
He is. Wow.
Nice takedown
George got
by
the takedown at the end of round one, man.
That's huge in the judges' scorecard.
Now, what do you think's happening? You think Rob may be fatigued?
I think Rob is a little bit gassed. I think he punched himself out a little bit. This 1 minute break is going to be huge for him.
Now, do you think emotions may be playing a part? You know, because he was very hyped up going in there. You think, you know, an adrenaline dump? Maybe?
Anytime you're fighting in front of a huge crowd of people that are supporting you, there's a lot of pressure on you. It can definitely weigh on a fighter. You can definitely have an adrenaline dump. He's basically fighting in his own backyard. So without a doubt, could be an issue for Rob. But either way, great first round, and I hate to be judging this fight.
Yeah, it looks like George was making a comeback at the end. He got that takedown. Now let's see if this little break, Rob wakes up and comes out guns blazing. Great fight, huh?
Great fight, and I can tell by looking in these corners, it does seem like George Lischke's a little bit the fresher of the two guys.
we go. Getting ready for round 2.
Rob's got to use his length here.
Yeah. He's a much bigger fighter, man.
Without a doubt.
Let's see what's going to happen. You know, George got the takedown at the end of round 1. Let's see if he can carry that momentum into round 2. Here we go.
Reckless Rob Brown moving forward.
Oh, see?
Nice right hand. The takedowns are not coming as quickly as they did in the first round for Rob Brown.
Right here, George. Oh, nice
George
body.
now working for the takedown.
Nice knee to the body, man. Those are brutal. Ooh, nice shot by George.
Nice right hand by George Lischke. Rob's got to be working that right jab. He's got to be pumping that jab and working out to his right. That's not going to get the job done there. Just dropping down to the knees, especially against a good wrestler. Yep. And now you got Lischke looking for some front headlock stuff. He's looking for some head and arms, looking for the anaconda right now.
What would George want to do to finish a choke like that?
You've got to get Rob's elbow towards his center line. Rob's left elbow has to get towards his center line because you need that side of his body. You need that arm to cut off that side of his neck. And it looks like the length of Rob is really playing a part in stopping George from getting this. George wants to roll. He's got to actually suck that elbow towards the inside and get underneath. He's got to get his head underneath Rob Ford's chest and roll through. This is going to be tough from the position they have. Now the arm's working through.
Here we go.
George has to look our way. He's got to look towards his right, and he's got to roll his head all the way underneath his opponent.
He's looking at us.
And now he's got to throw his head under. He can't use the hips. He spins to the back. Nice.
Wow, very nice. George is doing a great job of controlling Robbie now, man. Those D2 wrestling chops are serving him well.
Exactly, Jesse. And I'll tell you what, if Rob was getting tired before, he's going to get exhausted now.
You know, just carrying his weight around, it's just, I'm getting tired watching him.
Oh, those shots to the ribs are going to kill.
You know, I'm impressed with George making his MMA debut, man.
I think George is doing a great job here. He weathered the early storm.
Oh.
He weathered the early storm, and I'll tell you, George Lischke might consider dropping 10 pounds, going to another weight class where he can be extremely dominant.
He'll be a monster. I mean, if he can control Rob at 145, imagine what he can do at 135. Maybe even 125.
Now, Jesse, it looks like he's working that head and arm choke we've seen a couple times already tonight.
George is doing a great job of controlling Rob down there. You know, I'm impressed with George, man. This is his MMA debut, and he's just so composed out there.
Without a doubt.
Rob, let's go, ready, go! 20 seconds!
20 seconds left in this round, Jesse.
I think this one was much more dominant by George.
Yeah, George Lischke on top here with Saturday Night Ride, landing some heavy body shots.
Saturday Night Ride, I like that. You know, those D2 wrestling chops, man, he can control where this fight goes. Oh, he wants it standing? Okay, he can control the distance. Oh, I want it to go down, he'll take him down. Or Rob looks fired up, man. You see how he hit the mat?
Yeah, he wasn't pumped about that round.
Yeah, no.
This could be the first fight that we see that goes to decision tonight, Jesse.
Yeah. You know, George made a great comeback in round 2, man. He was able to control Robbie, land a little ground and pound. Now let's see what Robbie can do, man. If you're Robbie, what would you do coming into round 3?
Robbie's got to work that jab more. He was standing entirely too close to George. George seems to have the better takedowns at this point in the fight, and Rob was standing way, way, way too close, right in the mix of George Lischke. If you're going to stand that close, you got to be peppering him with that right jab, and you got to be keeping the distance here. He's definitely the longer guy, and you can't afford to have, you know, questionable cardio and then have George Lischke sitting on your back for 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Pepper him with the jab.
George looks fresh over there, man. Let's see if he can bring the pain in round 3. Don't count Rob out, man.
I don't count either of these guys out.
Let's see if Robbie Brown blitzes him like he did in the beginning of round 1 and 2.
Let's see if he lives up to the name Reckless Robbie here.
We go.
Third round. It could be an even fight right now. It could be 1 round apiece.
But, you know, here's the X factor. The momentum is definitely in George's corner, man.
Right now, it certainly is.
Okay, he's trying to chase him down. Oh, George changed levels, couldn't get the takedown.
You can't chase a guy with better takedowns than you like that, because this is exactly what's going to happen. You got to be patient. You got to.
Oh, ooh.
I keep forgetting that there are no shots to the head on the ground in the state of Connecticut for amateur fighters.
Yep, Robbie's had 2 fights where this is George's MMA debut. Oh, and he takes the back. Now, if he can get those hooks in and flatten Robbie back out, this could be bad news for Robbie, man.
I wouldn't even worry about that second hook right now. I'd be trying to get that left arm in front of Rob's face. I'd be pulling him at the chin, and I would yank him all the way over my left side and then get the right hook in as the last piece to the puzzle here.
I'm impressed with George, man. He took this fight short notice, and his cardio is just phenomenal.
Well, any kid who's wrestling on a college level, whether it's D3, D2, or D1, you know they're always going to be in great shape.
Yeah, they're just a different breed of human, man. They just go, go, go.
Without a doubt. This is the problem with not allowing amateurs to punch in the face on the ground here. You're letting a guy just hold on to the gloves of the opponent here, and the top man can't do a whole lot with it.
Robbie's taking some deep breaths down there.
If I'm George, I would hop all the way over the body to the left-hand side. Well, Rob just did him a favor by bellying out.
George is just all over him, man. He's on him like white on rice.
It's difficult when you're tired and you got a guy who's going to stick to you like that.
How frustrating is that to be on the bottom, to be in Rob's situation?
Well, it's also that he's exhausted.
Yes. Let's see if he can finish that.
Can't get it done now. Rob rolls right over, and Rob looks spent, to be honest with you, Jesse. He does look tired.
Yeah.
He's the bigger man. He's got to find a way to better utilize his weight and his size. Little freestyle turn there by George Lischke. Looking for the back exposure points.
Wow. George really is pouring it on Rob, man.
Yeah, he's putting the boots to him pretty good here.
Ooh, knee to the body. You know, he was working those knees all fight long. That had to zap the energy out of Rob.
I'm amazed that they don't allow punches to the head for the amateurs, but they do allow knees to the body here in Connecticut.
Ooh, big shots to the body, man. George is just on him. He's got to be frustrating for Rob, man. Ooh, ooh. 10 seconds left. You know, if we're going to the scorecards, I gotta say, George, you know,
without a doubt,
George
definitely has rounds 2 and 3. You may even be able to give him round 1.
Wow.
Who knows? Great fight.
Great MMA debut by George, man. You know, weirder things have happened in MMA, but I think we definitely got a unanimous decision for George.
But as always, these guys are amateurs, Jesse, and there's a couple things each one of these guys can learn from this fight. And one is that Rob needs to probably get his conditioning in a little bit better order, and George, to be honest, he could drop another weight class, and both these guys have some really bright futures.
Yeah.
Got a lot of tools they need to learn to work with, and, you know, I see a lot of success in both their futures.
Yeah, I definitely agree. You know, Rob should work on his cardio because when he was fresh, he was very dangerous. He was tagging him with punches, you know. It looked like he could almost take down George, but, you know, he blew his wad early, and George was able to come back.
Let's take it inside the cage for the official announcement.
Great fight, man.
Awesome fight. Both these guys have some really bright futures ahead of them.
Definitely. Robbie getting some love from the crowd.
Without a doubt.
I know Rob personally. I know this is going to light a fire underneath him, man. He'll be back twice as strong.
And that's what you're looking for.
Definitely. You know, your wins define you, but I think your losses define you even more.
Without a doubt. You know, if you won every fight, you never learn anything.
By unanimous decision, George Lischke.
No surprise there.
probably gave him 2 out of the 3 rounds.
Yep, I agree. Robbie will be back, man. He definitely looks disappointed.
George, you know, you took this fight on short notice. College D2 wrestler, correct?
Correct.
Wrestlers, by far, best athletes in the sport of MMA. You know, anybody who could take a fight with that short a notice has got to be in awesome shape, tremendous shape. You obviously were. You don't look that tired.
Arms are a little tired, but he's super strong, man.
Yeah, and to give Rob some credit, you know, he did wrestle. He wrestled in high school. He's got good strikes, well-rounded. But, I mean, you kind of shut down his striking game, did really good on the takedowns, controlling the fight on the ground.
Thank you. You know, I credit that to Coach David, Bruno, and Joe. They got me in incredible shape for this. I took this on like a 7-day notice. And honestly, I can't wait to get back in here, man.
Well, it was an impressive win. Rob's a tough opponent. We're really happy to see you here in reality fighting. We look forward to seeing you in the future. Give him a big round of applause, folks.